because her mother is newly married to a billionaire. The girl moved into a big house for the first time. She didn't feel happy about it. Instead, she felt a tinge of disgust, and in the face of her stepfather's hospitality, she chose to remain silent and walk away. But the girl never dreamed that this change would change her life forever. The moment she stepped into the villa, Annie was stunned by the sight before her. The halls were brilliantly decorated. Every detail showed magnificence and honor. What surprised her even more was, there was even a private spa in the villa. All this luxury completely subverted the poor girl's cognition, but Annie didn't like this environment. There were no sandwiches for her. She complained to her friends about everything. However, the next second she turned around.
Oh, I'm sure you're the daughter of my father's name. How about you have this right here? Some ramen. Apple strudel perhaps. I don't know what you local yokels ate, but you end up puking it up.
After putting down her harsh words, Annie planned to leave. However, just turned around. A fierce hound appeared in front of her, and not to be outdone, Annie picked up the flat bottom intending to throw it. Have to admit, Mike's appearance was indeed handsome. However, the personality was too domineering. In the evening, to celebrate Annie's arrival, the family prepared a welcome dinner, but Annie was dressed casually for the occasion, as if to resist the new environment. But her unique demeanor attracted Mike. His eyes were fixed on Annie, but the result was undoubtedly Annie's flirtation.
Do you want a photo?
When it came to the dinner party, Annie was polite and modest, but her true character was not so. Until they came to the dinner table, they were both still on fire. Mike made an excuse and planned to leave, but his father, in an effort to ease their relationship, he asked Mike to drop Annie off on his way back. But even so, their argument was still not over. In a fit of pique, he kicked Annie out of the car and left her in the middle of nowhere. Annie could only try to catch a ride. Luckily, a handsome man was willing to lend a hand. He was going to a party in the neighborhood. Annie went with him, but fate's pen is always full of tricks. She meets up with Mike once again. She sees Mike but enjoying himself. The anger in Annie's heart instantly flared up. She punched Mike hard when he wasn't looking. She decides to tell her stepfather about Mike's debauchery, but Mike wasn't worried, because he is confident that he can get Annie.
Well, maybe I'm not like other women.
No? I think you are. Or valuers.
Unable to fit in, Annie wanders. Soon she caught the eye of one of the big brothers, so he sent his little brother to bring her a drink, but just after taking a sip, Mike suddenly appeared. He pushed the man to the ground. Soon she fell helplessly into Mike's arms. Faced with a sudden situation, Mike had to send Annie home. When Mike turned off the lights and was ready to leave, looking at this lovely and simple girl, Mike's heart welled up with a feeling of favor, yet he didn't realize Annie's fear of darkness was caused by her father.